Hello, hello. Welcome back to the mat, my friends, and welcome to a slow morning flow. Easing into our day, nice and slow with this practice. A couple notes before we begin. I am currently traveling. I am in Lisbon, Portugal. This is our little apartment, and the airplanes fly really low over the city here. So you may hear a couple airplanes flying overhead. That's what the noise is, if you do hear that. So a couple of weeks ago, I asked in our online tribe what folks would like to see more of in terms of the classes that I share with you here. And the most popular requests were for more short morning practices and for some slow flow hatha type practices. So today's practice is going to be a mix of those things. It's going to be a short, slow morning flow, easing us into the day nice and slow. If you have not joined us in that online tribe that I mentioned, you can click the link in the description below. Come on in and join us. That is the place where I will ask for requests or ask for feedback. So if you would like to share your input in terms of the classes that you see offered here on my channel, please come on in and join us. Would love to have you there. For today, if you do have a couple blocks handy, have them handy. Because I'm traveling, I have no props, so you will not see me use them, but they might be a little bit useful for you at some point during this practice. So if you do have a couple blocks, go ahead and grab those. But if you don't, no worries. They're not crucial for this practice. Alrighty, go ahead and unroll your mat, and I'm going to meet you right here in a nice tall seat. Alrighty, my friends. Go ahead and come to sit up nice and tall. If you do have a block or a cushion or a bolster, feel free to bring that underneath your seat to elevate the hips a little bit. If not, no worries. Just sitting is fine. And you can also sit in any configuration of the legs. So if sitting crisscross like this does not work for you, then please absolutely find a position that does work for you. Taking a moment here to close down the eyes, making sure that the spine is extending nice and tall towards the sky, the crown of the head reaching skyward, at the same time as the sitting bones kind of root you down into the earth. Taking a moment here to take stock, to notice. Notice what's present in the breath, in the body. And just kind of becoming aware of what you're working with here today. Taking just 2 more breaths here in this stillness. And then gently opening the eyes. And we'll begin to open the side body. We'll start to warm up the spine. So go ahead and bring the left hand down next to the left hip. The right arm will come up next to the right ear. Take an inhale here as you extend towards the sky, and as you exhale, lean over towards the left, walking the left fingertips out towards the left. Root down through the right sitting bone at the same time as you reach through the right fingertips, opening right side of the body. And then coming back up to center, switching sides, bringing the right hand down next to the right hip, left arm up. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, lean over towards the right, walking the right fingertips out, rooting down through the left sitting bone, extending through the left fingertips. And then lifting back up to center. And we'll come into some twists. So arms will lift up by the ears. Take an inhale here, lengthen. And as you exhale, twist to the right from the belly, the rims, the shoulders. The left hand will come down onto the right leg. The right hand will come behind you like a little kickstand. And you can bring the gaze over the right shoulder. And on an inhale, turning the head, shoulders, ribs, belly to center, lifting the arms. Taking an inhale here. And exhale, twisting to the left from the belly, the ribs, the shoulders. And the right hand comes to the left knee, and the left hand behind you, turning to gaze over the shoulder. Inhaling head, shoulders, ribs, belly to center. And then making your way into a tabletop position, hands and knees. Stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. As you inhale, drop the belly to the earth. Open the heart forward. And exhale, round the spine. So coming into our cat-cow. Allowing yourself to move with your breath. Or allowing your breath to move you. And taking 2 more rounds of cat-cow here. And then from here, starting to find your way toward a downward facing dog. So tucking the toes, lifting the knees, lifting the hips. Finding any movement that speaks to you here. Dropping one heel and then the other, bending the knees a little or a lot. And then from here, begin to walk the hands back toward the feet. So coming toward the back of your mat, keeping the feet at hip width distance, keeping a bend in the knees, coming into your ragdoll fold, letting the torso and head hang heavy. Maybe finding some gentle movement here as you allow the spine to extend long towards the earth. And then walking the hands back out to downward facing dog. And from your downward facing dog, coming forward into a plank pose, or bringing the shoulders over the wrists. Strong plank, gaze towards the front edge of your mat. Navel pulling up towards the spine, the heels reaching towards the back of your space. Take 1 more inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. And go ahead and begin to walk the feet nice and slow up toward the hands. And as you inhale, lift up halfway, reaching crown of the head forward. And as you exhale, fold over legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. As you exhale, bring hands onto hips. Keep a bend in the knees. And inhale, come to stand with a flat back. You can bring the toes together if you'd like for your Tadasana mountain pose, or you can allow them to be about hip width distance, whatever feels most comfortable for you today. And from here, we're going to inhale to lift the arms up high. As you exhale, bring a bend into the knees, hinge at the hips so the heart reaches forward and down as you fold over the legs. As you inhale, lift halfway, reach crown of the head forward. And as you exhale, step the left foot way back, bringing the left knee onto the earth. You can untuck the back toes. Now, if you have a couple blocks handy, this might be a nice place to bring them underneath the hands. We're going to inhale here to open the heart forward. And as we exhale, you're going to walk the hands back slightly as you start to straighten into the right leg. Pull the hips back in space. Inhale, come forward, rebend the right knee, bring the hands forward. And as you exhale, straighten the right leg a little or a lot. Inhale, rebend the knee, open the heart. And exhale, bring it back. Taking 2 more like this. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, back. And 1 more, inhale. And exhale. And then rebending the right knee. Tucking the back toes under, lifting the back knee, and stepping the left foot up to meet the right. Taking an inhale to lift up halfway. And as you exhale, step the right foot way back, bringing the right knee onto the earth, untucking the back toes. As you inhale, open the heart to the front of the mat. And as you exhale, straighten the left leg a little or a lot. Inhale, coming forward, bending into the left knee. And exhale to straighten, folding over the leg. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, back. 2 more like this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, forward. And exhale, back. And as you inhale, come on forward once again. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee, and step the right foot up to meet the left. As you inhale, lift up halfway. And as you exhale, fold. And as you inhale, come all the way up to stand, reaching the arms up towards the sky. And exhale, hands into heart center. And from here, we're going to take the left foot way back and then turn towards the left side of your mat, bringing the feet parallel to each other. Bringing hands onto hips. Inhale to lift the heart up to the sky. And as you exhale, fold over the legs. Wide-legged forward fold. The hands can come onto the earth, maybe in line with the feet if that's available, allowing the crown of the head to drop towards the earth. Keeping the legs nice and active here, so the kneecaps pulling up towards the hip points, keeping the quadriceps active. And distributing the weight evenly along the feet, so making sure we're not dumping back into the heels. And then bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, taking an inhale to lengthen. And then from here, begin to heel toe the feet in. So you're going to bring them in so that they're about a little wider than like your outer hips. We're coming into Malasana squat. So you're going to have the heels slightly pointed in and the toes slightly pointed out as you drop the hips down towards the earth. And maybe you readjust the feet as you bring the hips down depending on how this feels for you. And again, if you have a block handy and you'd like to bring it underneath your seat, please feel free. Bringing the palms to touch at heart center, allowing the tailbone to reach towards the earth as the sternum reaches towards the sky, finding length in the spine. then from here, releasing the hands, bringing the hands behind the feet, and then dropping your seat onto the earth. And if you've got time for Shavasana today, please come on into a Shavasana. If you are practicing in the morning and you are a bit more pressed for time, you can join me here in a nice tall seat. So again, maybe bringing a block or a cushion underneath your seat if you'd like. And allowing the eyelids to close. Feeling yourself root down through your sitting bones. And feel for a stacking of the shoulders over the hips. So there's a tendency in this sort of seated pose to kind of pitch the chest forward. See if you can find a stacking of the vertebra so that the shoulders are really right above the hips. It might even feel like you're leaning back just a little bit, just slightly. But see if you can find that really straight line through the spine. The crown of the head reaches towards the sky and the chin will tuck in slightly. Again, there's a tendency to sort of lift the face up towards the sky, which can be really nice, but we want to look for length throughout the entire spine. So from the lumbar all the way up through the cervical spine. So that means that the neck is nice and long. So sort of tucking the chin in, we'll find that length through the cervical spine. Taking the awareness inward to the breath. Bringing the palms to touch at heart center. And sealing today's practice with a big, beautiful Om. Let's unite the breath. Take a deep inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale for Om. Thank you so much for allowing me to lead you here in this practice today. Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis, for joining me here for this slow morning flow. I will meet you right back here on the mat next time.